This week, I'm going to talk about surveillance during a pandemic and how much does luck really play into that. Hi, this is Larry Kaye with ShadowAnyone.com. I'm the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series. Over at ShadowAnyone.com, there's 380 videos, training videos, and articles about our industry, security and investigations. It's all keyword searchable, and there's a free report available over there for you titled, If You Want to Be a Private Investigator, Give Up Unless You Do These Three Things. So this week comes out of the mailbag. I had somebody, they sent me an email talking about something that they're struggling with right now. And it's the fact that doing surveillance during a pandemic is a little more challenging because people are not going out as much. So now you have to ask yourself, do I have to just be lucky to be out there at the time that they leave the house? No, I would say no, you don't. I'm going to talk in a moment about luck. But it's the same as a lot of surveillances. If you're talking about infidelities, you have a client that has a feel for when their spouse is going to come or go. They know, okay, he's telling me that he's working late, but that's just not adding up on the paycheck. So I want you to follow him after work. There you have your time. He's out during a pandemic. He's maybe he's an essential worker like a lot of us are, a lot of people in security and investigations are. And by the way, thank you. If you're a security person, security guard, I understand that falls into essential personnel. I have heard nobody thank security people. Thank you. But, you have this idea of he's coming off work at a certain time. You don't have to sit and wait for the lucky moment. Likewise, let's think about like a workers' compensation type thing. Do you have to sit and wait for hours on end outside their home? No more than normal, I would say. There are some companies, especially if you're being hired indirectly. So you're maybe outsourcing, you're working for a company, an investigative agency, and they're paying you to go out there and do, say, 4 hours of surveillance. Maybe they even want you to do a pretext at the 3-hour mark if the person hasn't come out, find out if they're really in there or not. But if you work for yourself, maybe you have a little more control over that. You're talking directly to the client. Here's the key with the workers' compensation to not waste a lot of time out there. Find out when doctor's appointments are. When are they heading out for physical therapy? When are they heading out for a doctor's appointment? Those are types of things your client is going to know. And it's still a good time to follow them because you get their genuine behavior as they move from the house to the car. You get when they drive up. You can document their behavior and how they move as they go into the doctor's office, as they come out. And just a heads up, if you've not done a lot of this, it's funny to me, they frequently come out worse than they went in, just a more exaggerated limping and that type of thing. But then also, and that's legitimately explainable if you want to say they had a rough physical therapy time or whatever. I get that. But I've seen enough cheaters to see that the people who come out much worse than they went in, you got to be suspicious of that. But your job is just to collect the evidence, so don't worry about it. You're not a doctor. You're not making the judgment call. However, you will find a lot of people, now they're out, they will swing by someplace. They'll go someplace else. Just kind of wrap all their errands for the day or for a few days up in that one trip out. So it's not so much a matter of luck, but knowing when your subject is going to come out, and your client can tell you those things. Here's the luck element. I don't believe in luck. I think luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. You can kind of lean into the luck. I mean, if you're waiting for a bus, it really helps to wait at a bus stop, right? You can set yourself up to be lucky. And that's what I wanted to instill with you here today. You don't just have to randomly roll the dice and go out and pick a time. You can kind of coordinate your surveillance to the most likely time they're going to come out. Now, that's just the tip of the iceberg. This is, free online training. There's a lot more to be said about surveillance. I do have the Investigator's Ultimate Guide to Surveillance over at ShadowAnyone.com. You can check that out if you want, see if it's something that's right for you. But also, if you've got ideas on this subject, please feel free to share them with everybody here. We can all learn from each other. In the meantime, this is Larry Kaye with ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.